All right. The roundtables, as long as if I remember anyway, looks like my screen's cutting out on me for myself, which is all right. Hope it's not doing it for you, but if it is, sorry about that. Uh, the recordings are made, if I remember, and we post those to the website, uh, the Rio Grande Council's YouTube website. So just so you know that that's out there and available to go back and review the ones we've already posted. And when this is over, usually later on tonight or tomorrow, I'll post it to the YouTube website as well. I don't see Dr. Margot here. I don't. Is there anybody at the council level here that would like to make a council health report? Roger, do you have any comments on that? You're closer to it than I am.
Well, there's a lot of safety issues coming out right now, and there's obviously, if you've been watching the news, the flu and the coronavirus seems to be on the rise again. So, be careful when you're in small groups, and maybe it's time to wear a mask again when you're in a small contained area for a while. In fact, the matter is the latest symptoms of the coronavirus have changed a little bit. Now they're saying aches and pains, like muscle spasms and stuff like that, may be one of the newest symptoms of the coronavirus. That's what I was just reading today. So, it's easy to get the test. It's easy to take the test. And a lot of people are also taking tests for influenza at this time as well. So if you have a suspicion that you're getting coronavirus, because even if you've been vaccinated, some of these latest strains seem to be able to break through some of that. Hopefully it won't be very severe, but it's always good to be on your guard. So without our professionals being here to tell us like the doctors, that's all I got.
Rudy just popped in. Maybe he has a thought on status. Appreciate the reminder of the corona and the COVID and the flu. Before I went to Tennessee, I made sure I had the flu shot and the latest COVID shot, just to make sure. You don't know about those folks in Tennessee. So I was flying on a plane, so I wanted to be sure I was prepared that way too. Rudy, are you with us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year's.
We're just giving you the council level an opportunity to give us a status quo on what's going on, how things, our health, council health, state of the union for the start of the year, maybe.
Well, we're going to do that at the annual business meeting. So some of y'all have received that invitation. If you're part of the IH or COR, you got that invitation. But all the units that are part of the council will be invited or have been invited to come to the annual business meeting. And that's where we give the full council update. What I can give you right now is there's a lot happening right now. We're planning the council banquet. And so Mike's going to be taking that registration live. We're also going to start planning the council-wide Pinewood Derby. So for those of y'all that are in PAX, Rick Legier is the chair for that one. He's been having that lately at Camp Perry. So that's going to be coming up pretty quickly. We do have all the supplies in for the Pinewood Derby kits. And so come and purchase that. We even have Girl Scouts coming in and buying some of those. So come on in before they take all the Pinewood Derby kits. We also have we're partnering up with the Texas Council out of Corpus Christi, and we're offering the wood batch course. And so that's been going out on social media. Mike's also going to be sending out information on via email. But let's get some of your volunteers to the wood batch training. Again, we didn't have ours because we didn't have enough volunteers register in our council. So to be proactive and give those opportunities to our volunteers, we're partnering up with the Texas Council to make sure that we do meet the minimum requirement. And I think, is Roger on here?
Yes.
Roger, can you give us what's the required minimum of for wood batch to happen?
Well, you have to have at least 30 by 30 days prior to the course. And so, at the last time I saw, they have a ways to go yet. There is a possibility of camperships or scholarships or whatever you want to call it for folks from our council that wish to attend. I'll be talking to you about that later, Rudy. So if anyone out there has an interest in attending this excellent course, let's show them that Rio Grande Council is anxious in getting some of our people with eyes some of the best training we can do. And that being wood badge, a lot of folks here already know all about wood badge, so I don't need to really say a lot about it other than this is a good opportunity. And I hope that Michael Hall will share a little bit more about it later. He's on the agenda for that.
Roger, how many did we have for ours sign up? How many volunteers signed up for ours?
The numbers that I saw was the number I saw was less than 10. And so we had a ways to go. And, I'd like to say, hopefully we can get the 30 that need in order to make it happen. I know there's already several people in the Corpus Christi area that have signed up. So they're off and running. And we have some work to do to catch up. So hopefully we can do that before long.
I think we're at 0, right? We haven't had a single volunteer sign up.
So far, that's correct. The last I saw. So we got to get going.
So all the leaders on here, I highly encourage that you motivate some of your parents and some of your leaders to sign up for the wood batch course. Again, ours didn't happen because we didn't have the 30 that national requires. So now we're going to partner up with the Texas Council to give our volunteers another opportunity. But again, it's a national requirement, so it's not up to Roger, it's not up to me. If we don't meet that minimum requirement, then we're not able to offer those trainings. That's a national requirement.
So the nice thing about it,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
the nice thing about it is we'll get to showcase our council as well as visit another council camp. And so it's 2 weekends. The two councils will be working together, so you'll get the benefit of both councils as far as your training is concerned. So it's really I know there's some friendships being made amongst the staff right now from what I observed recently, and it ought to be a really good course.
So again, there's a lot happening. We just finished the winter camp, and we had close to 90 people out there at Camp Perry for winter camp. Thank you to all the volunteers that helped teach some of the merit badges that were out there volunteering to do that. We are getting ready for recharter, and so we're starting to get those questions already. And so Patty and the commissioner staff are going to be reaching out to the units, making sure that if they have any questions or they need any help, then Patty and her team of commissioners will be able to help out the units. And for all the unit leaders on here, please don't wait till the last minute. Let's get that out of the way. Let's start asking the questions now. Otherwise, if time runs out, then we got to go to redo all the paperwork all over again. And that takes a lot of time. not only for the office, the scout office, but also on your side, having to collect all the hard copies because we were not able to do it on time on the website. So please help us with that and make sure that everybody does their recharter on time. And again, the commissioners are there to help. So feel free to reach out to any of the commissioners to help you out also. We do have, we did have the DCAT luncheon. We honored two of our volunteers, Andy Hagan and Elsa Cardenas Hagan. And so we had that at the Rancho Viejo Country Club. We raised about $50,000 there, and a little bit below what we wanted to do, but it was a good event. We are going to start having events in each of the districts, so please support that. We're going to start having the FOS Ask events, and those Ask events, the main purpose there that we're going to try to do is to be able to hire at least 1 or 2 DEs to serve the districts. And so how can you help is by giving your FOS donation. It costs about, with salary and benefits, it costs about $55,000 to $60,000 to hire a DE full-time. And so how can you help us is by you giving your donation and encouraging all your parents to give those donations. We're the only council right now in our region that is not charging a program fee. And I haven't wanted to, I did not want to push that at the beginning just because of COVID and just the part of the country we're in where we have a lot of low income families. And, but all the councils around us are now charging program fees. That's on top of your membership fee. So they can only charge up to the national, I think it's 75 for national. And we charge the $1. So here it would be $76 on top of your membership fees. So you pay whatever 76 times 2 is. We're probably going to get there later this year, where we are going to be incorporating the program fee. One, we're not having the unit support us with FOS. Some are, but the majority of the units are not supporting in Friends of Scouting, and are also not supporting in popcorn sales. And as you know, we need money to pay for bills and everything to keep the council operating. And so, again, please encourage everyone to help out. If we all give, if everybody gives, including myself, then it's easier on all of us. But if we just have a small portion of volunteers helping financially, then that puts a strain on the council. And so we encourage all of y'all to, we're going to be sending out FOS pledge cards via the mail. And we're also going to be sending out information on other events and activities that you can support financially. But do encourage your parents and all the leaders in your units to help the council out. The economy is kind of sluggish right now, and so we know that families are struggling, and some of our donors have kind of downsized their donations. But please encourage everyone to give as much as they can give until it hurts. Some of y'all have really stepped up, and we've had volunteers that during the capital campaign really helped out with our capital campaign. And so we're almost finished with that, and we're gonna try to focus now on endowment. As you know, any hospital, any university, and any organization that has a strong endowment becomes an iconic organization. Right now, we have about $1 million in endowment, but those are restricted on what we can use, how much we can use from there, which is about 4 to 5% each year on the interest, what's earned on the interest. And so to have an iconic council, we are going to have to bring that endowment up. A council our size, so we don't put pressure on the families and the units should at least have about $25 million in there. If you look at Houston, if you look at Austin, if you look at Dallas, San Antonio, all those places have very strong endowments. And so it takes a lot of the pressure off of a lot of the families and a lot of the units on having to depend on FOS and on popcorn. We should not depend on 10-year-old kids selling popcorn to operate a council when we have a bunch of adults that can help raise funds for the council. And so we don't want to depend on just popcorn from kids selling popcorn to keep our council operating. So, you know, the plan is to increase endowment. And so please keep that in mind also as volunteers. If you do win the lotto, or if you have the financial means to be able to help, please think about the council and let's put some money into endowment so it's in there forever. That money that's been in there has been in there for years, and we've been using that for a couple of years to help with operations. But we do need to be at about 25 million, and we're only at $1 million right now. So that's kind of like the global, what's going on with the council. There's a lot of more detail that all the committees are working on. And so they're hard at work doing that. I know Tony is going to be working with Mike on the council dinner for some recognition of the volunteers. We have the Pinewood Derby coming up. We have Spring Cabaret coming up. We have the Jamboree also happening. So there's a lot going on in the council. And so thank y'all very much for helping at the unit level, keeping all the scouts moving forward with their advancements and helping them with all the requirements that they work on. So Mike, back to you.
Thank you, Rudy. It's really important we start out the year knowing where we are and what we need to, what our goals are for the year. And, thanks for that. The request has been made to make sure you put your unit you're attached to and your name on your screen so we can know who to award the attendance recognition to this time around. So please do that. Go up to the 3 dots and go to rename on your screen picture and put your unit number in there as well, if you will, please. Unit and number. I did send out the flyer for the wood badge on the comments. Make sure you get that. One thing about the wood badge I did want to add, let's see, Mike stepped out. Oh, there he is. He just cut his picture. The troop guides will be troop guides from the Rio Grande Council for the participants who are Rio Grande Council participants. So you'll be working with people you know, but you'll be meeting with the folks from the South Texas Council, and they're a go-getting bunch of guys and gals, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun for this course. And we had a lot of fun just doing the first live training session. So we do. I do have a couple of things I wanted to touch base on here. For let me show you the agenda to make sure you know that you know that I do have one. We have a safety moment requirement, and campfire safety is something that we all need to be concerned about. Let me stop the screen and change screens here so I can get one. And let's see here now. Hop into this. All right. The resources are available on scouting.org under the Scouting Safety drop-down menu, Safety Moments. Again, I'll remind you that these are available every month. You should use them at your before activities. Pertinent, yes, you can see fire safety with backpacking stoves. Just an enormous amount of resources here to use in your meetings before you go out to or you have an event or something that is something that this is kind of a again, it's a safety moment. And to give you an example, not all of them are videos. This one is about campfire safety, and it talks about how to lay out the fire, maintaining the campsite, the things that are prohibited, and so forth. But this leads to the one that I want to touch on with you guys is the it has to rebuild the screen as well. Is behavior around a campfire. That is so critical that there's no horseplay. They're dangerous. They can be dangerous. Stay outside the campfire ring. Don't touch any part of the ring. Don't run, jump, or play around the campfires. Understand that fires can cause injuries. It says once it's in, it stays in. Don't pull anything out of the campfire. Always consider the campfire surroundings. Sure, the campfire is the appropriate distance between seating areas and tents. All of these things are available to you to use for the campfire. And here's a place to get that unit fire guard plan chart. It talks about lean no trace and so forth. So there, all of these associated things are out there. They're available. Use them for your meetings before you do activities, just to touch base so that they have seen that there is something that is necessary for behavior and so forth to make it a great activity and a safe activity. Enormous amount of resources out there. Again, that's under scouting.org, and then under the menu safety is the safety moments. Use those. And then also the Guide to Safe Scouting is the one on the web is the latest update of the requirements that we need to meet to be safe in our activities. So review those, and thank you for taking the moment to see me go through that discussion. Patty, you want to talk a little bit about Recharter real quick?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good evening, everybody, and Happy New Year. As mentioned by Rudy a little bit earlier, this is Recharter time. It's very important that please you submit as soon as possible all your do your inventory, make your dues, check everything, and go into the web page to start doing your recharter. There's a lot of information. We had talked about this a couple of months before. There's a lot of research where you can check, and also you can call those, please. If we don't answer you right away, is because we're just a few and we're trying to help as many units as we can. But try again, call us, check with your commissioners. If you don't know who your commissioner is, give me a call. We have Joe Salinger in Arrowhead, and Mr. Henry and myself with the rest of the district. So please, let us help you. We'll try to help you as much as we can. But please don't leave it at the last minute. It's very chaotic, and sometimes the system freezes. So please, because all the countries trying to do recharter. So please, don't hesitate to call us if you have any problems or any questions. Thank you, Mr. Henry. Back to you.
Okay, thank you. There's a question asked about the merit badge counselors. The council with the issues nationally, they are requiring merit badge counselors to submit a new form each year. You can add to or take away from, but they do require the form each year. You may, and you might as well include the youth protection training to that. And if you are changing, you might as well include the background check as well. The merit badge counselors are removed automatically by the national at the beginning of each year. So the lookup's going to be blank. And So if you're a merit badge counselor, put in that form again. You don't have to put the application in unless you are new to being a merit badge counselor. They aren't requiring a fee yet. There's a rumor that it may happen again this year, it may start this year, but at this point they have not announced that. So they put in a new application for the merit badges you wish to teach or continue teaching, and get that into council. Email it to Ruby or Rudy. Okay, so hope that answers that question.
Mr. Henry, can I add something else? Please, if you have new scout joining the one of your units, if it's brand new to scouting, remember it's an extra fee. It's a $25 fee. Also, if any adults fills out an application or it's gonna be part of your membership, remember to ask them to sign the last page of the application. That's the background check. It's very important that it's submitted with the background check and the current YPT. Thank you.
Thank you, Patty. Mike Huerta has agreed to be the leader for the Cub Scouts. We're needing to make a new assignment for the Scouts BSA, and I hope Joel will continue to do the venturing, exploring, and Sea Scouts. But I'm going to go ahead and open up the breakout rooms if you'd like to go out there, and there is material too that has been sent to us by National. But if you want to just do a round robin or a discussion group, you're welcome to do that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the breakout rooms, and you can pick the room you want to go into. If you need my help, I'll be glad to go ahead and do that for you. Remember to put your unit number on the name. Molly Mejia, where would you like to go to, the troop or the crew? Tony?
I'd like to go to the venturing room. I'm not sure how to do it since I'm using my phone.
Okay, I got it. Should send you a notice.
Okay,
Mike,
thank you.
Sir.
Mike, this is Oscar. If you could put me for the BSA group.
Okay. Tony?
BSA.
Sure. Yeah, you should got a notice on that. Did you see a notice, Tony? So Patty, if you haven't gone into the My.Scouting, there's a new membership, membership connection that has a lot of resources about total available youth, memberships, troops, and so forth that you really need to get familiar with. It's a massive reporting system. you're muted.
Yes, I'll check that. And I was gonna ask you, if we could, after roundtable, if you and Joel can stay for a minute, because we don't have the commissioners turning yours, your membership.
No, I was going to, yeah, I was going to do it, but I got involved in being
Yeah,
out of the city.
Me
But
too.
yeah, I'll go ahead and send that over to you so you can sign it, get it too.
Okay, yeah.
I'll do it tonight.
Okay, we have to sign it again, right?
Yes,
Okay.
you'll
Okay.
need to sign it for me and the district commissioners.
Okay.
The unit commissioners can be signed by the district.
By the district, okay. Because so far, I think it's just you and Joel and myself. So I don't know how we're gonna.
Y'all can use the same application that y'all used last year. Just make sure it has the correct information, so you don't have to fill it out all over again.
Okay. Okay. And Rudy, that's something that I needed to ask you, because I think I'm not gonna have my Harlingen, my Tipotex commissioner, so it's gonna be up to just 3 of us. Plus Arrowhead. Arrowhead, I have a lot too. But yes, I don't think Joel also has signed in and the payment, Rudy, we just call in, or you want us to send you the check?
For what?
For the payment for commissioners.
Y'all can just mail the payment in or come in and pay in person.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Just make sure you send it to the PO box.
PO box? Okay.
Yeah, 2424.
I don't know if you saw my email regarding Troop 272.
No, I haven't.
Okay, when you have a chance. Mr. Henry, you want me to attend one of the sessions?
Oh yeah, well, I don't know if anybody's there for the
I think Michael Hall is there.
yeah.
When did you send that email, Patty?
I sent it, I want to say Tuesday morning. If not Tuesday morning, Monday morning. No, Tuesday.
I'll see it.
Okay.
Eddie, I would want to sign up on that Commissioner College for more of the roundtable sessions, but I haven't had. I've got a lot of double knot sessions coming up weekly through April.
Okay.
Arriaga just needs to send the check in or come in and pay or pay online.
Okay. To the PO box, right? That would be easy.
He can send to the PO box. He can come in and pay in person, or he can pay online. Everybody else is able to pay online.
Yeah, it's easier. Okay. Okay. I'll call him.
Yep.
So Rudy, just to verify, commissioners, we don't need to send a new application, just the payment.
No. Use the same application that you used last year.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Just make sure that it has the correct information and then just change the date on it for this year when you at the bottom or next to your signature.
Okay.
But yeah, if everything's the same, your address, your phone number, your email, everything else is the same, then just resubmit your previous application with the updated date.
Okay, perfect.
The Roger
Okay.
must have had to go.
Mr. Henry, I think I have your application if you want to.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but let me verify it. I think I have it.
All right. That'd be great.
Mhm.
Let me know.
If you have,
I'll
if you
get
have
it
everybody's
paid.
applications, Patty, just email it to them and say, hey, is this still your current information? It'll save a lot of time.
Yeah, okay.
Mine's the same, except I'm older.
You have the old version?
No, I'm just older. Been around the sun one more time.
For merit badge counselors, same thing. If they have their old merit badge counselor form and nothing's changed, just resubmit it, just change the date at the bottom next to your signature.
Okay. Perfect.
But yeah, everybody, if y'all can start calling and emailing the leaders, just so it's on top of their mind that they got to start working on the recharter.
Yes.
So just it can be Mike, you know how to send out a mass email, right?
Yes, sir. I was just checking to I just got into the website just to make sure I could get in. Since I hadn't been on it a while, usually it locks me out, but it's okay right now.
Yeah, just send a mass email and just introduce you and Patty and Joe and all the commissioners and say, hey guys, we're here to help, and let's start working on the because it's going to take all the units time to collect the money. That's always a hard part.
Mhm.
Mhm.
The money part, and then the YPT is the next big item because people expire and they wait till the last minute to take their YPTs.
Okay.
But if it's one of the main leaders like the committee chair, the charter station rep, the scoutmaster, the cut master, then it holds back the entire recharter just because that one adult is not up to date on their YPT.
Mhm.
The other big thing that we're seeing is troops and crews are not tracking their 18-year-old kids that are turning 18. And then on our side, they're getting suspended until they turn in their adult application and their YPT and their criminal background check.
Okay.
So units need on a spreadsheet or write everybody's down that's about to turn 18. So early in the year, they let them know that, hey, you got to turn in your adult application.
Mhm.
But that's the other big issue we're seeing is that units are not on top of that. And then, the kid's trying to get his Eagle Scout. He's trying to register as an adult leader, and there's no paperwork.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
But I was
Rudy,
just
are you able to produce a list of Eagle Scouts from 2022? I don't have anything that gives me an advancement report like that.
I think we probably need to reach out to National.
Should I try Edelstein first?
You can, but I don't think he tracks all the Eagle Scouts.
Well, okay.
But yeah, give him a try and see if he has, then that'll be good.
Okay.
I would recommend when you send out that email, Mike, about recharter, that you probably attach a PDF of the adult application and the youth application and then just highlight all the areas that are required. You know, like date of birth, email, driver license, social security, all those things that prevent us from processing that application.
Yeah.
Because that's the other big issue is, you know, people go online and attach applications, or they bring in the applications, but they're missing critical information that does not allow us to process it if they don't have that information provided.
Mhm.
This year, we should be growing this year in units and membership.
Okay.
We have a couple of units in the hopper that's going to get us over quickly.
Good.
And so that's exciting because we haven't grown in the last couple of years. So numbers are going to start increasing in activities and everything else, that just because we're going to have more units and more people.
Okay, great. Mr. Henry, I think we have a new leader.
Carlos Rodriguez. Hey, Carlos, what unit are you with?
You're muted, Mr. Rodriguez.
Ada Trevino, is that you? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
and I'm looking for my microphone because I was, been out of the loop there for a few days.
What
Can you hear
session do
me?
you want to go to?
Scouts, the BSA Scouts.
Okay.
All right, we got you. I have invited you. So
Thank you.
good to hear from you.
Thank you.
Okay. So you sign in, Mr. Henry, for the commissioners in NorCal?
I haven't yet.
I
I need-
signed.
Yeah,
I wanted to take advantage of the $10.
yeah, that and the national
Hey,
not
Patty.
chairman, the president, CEO, whatever he is, I don't know. It's going to be there that morning. So
Yeah, Mr. Mosby.
yeah.
Rudy, you were calling me?
Yeah, who's been, I guess, removed from commissioners? Because I know there were some that were just on paper, but they weren't active.
Okay, that's something that I wanted to talk to you. I need to be removed some, okay? Because of inactivity.
Right, who is that?
Tipotex,
Right, but who's a commissioner? What person?
Ada Treviño.
Okay.
And I have others, but I don't have them here on top of my mind. And I have to add 3 more, that it's Tony and Enriquez. Liz, okay?
I approve, you know, because I'd rather have a small army, but that really wants to go out there and do something. Because otherwise, if we just have them on paper, then we're kind of just fooling ourselves that they're going to do something that sooner or later, if they haven't done something in over a year.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So just thank them for their services. Say, hey, thank you very much for being a commissioner, and you know, keep supporting your unit.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, Patty, they are.
Thank you. Okay, the first two, Francisco Hernandez, Mario Olvera, Joseph
Yeah.
Ada. Okay, and I have to add the other ones. Mhm.
So you're removing who again?
No, Noel, Serafin no longer can come.
Okay,
Cisco, he hasn't
Okay.
been active. Okay,
Mm.
Mario hasn't been active. Just Rasmussen, he's not here anymore.
right,
Another.
okay. Yeah, I approve that.
Okay, thank you.
And then we just need I'm gonna start sending you some more people that might be able to help.
Okay, okay, perfect. Thank you.
What's his name? John Randolph. You remember John Randolph?
Yes.
Okay, I remember the name, but I cannot picture him.
John was the aquatics director before Ada.
Oh, okay. Yes, I remember him. Uh-huh.
He used to work for I think Los Fresnos School District as a band director.
Yes,
He's retired now, and I think he's driving a truck, so he might have some time to be able to help out as a commissioner.
okay. Let me give him a call.
And just let him know that whenever he can, or he might need some time to kind of get into his new job, but he would be a good one.
Okay, okay.
But I'll
Thank
start thinking.
Attention in the breakout rooms, wrap up, about a minute. We're going to be all back together. Thanks.
But yeah, I'll send you the names so you can start reaching out to them.
Did JJ respond about the aquatics or summer camp?
He said no, because I guess he got a new job, or he's doing something, but he's not gonna be able to do it. So,
Okay.
but Julian's gonna reach out to you, Mike, on some other potential aquatics directors.
All right.
So he'll reach out to you.
Okay. Appreciate it. Well, we hope that I think everybody's back in now. Let me double check here. Okay. Yeah, looks like everybody's out of the rooms. Real quickly, let's talk about the agenda. I know Pat, not what I wanted. Sorry. Sorry. Well, never mind. Anyway, Patty, do you have about the
Chachos?
attendance?
Yes, sir. We have a tie of 3 units. Okay, for the Chachos Award this January. We have Troop 1065, we have Troop 76, and we have Troop 84. So these 3 units win the Chachos Award for January. Congratulations. Remember, every year we see who takes the Chachos home for the whole year next year, okay? So be attentive to our banquet, because we will let you know who's taking the Chachos this coming year.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Congratulations, everybody. Training investment, Roger, I think Roger left. Am I wrong on that? Michael Hall, let you talk about advanced, what's coming up in trainings in the wood badge course. So.
All
Roger's right there if you Roger want to
Oh,
talk
he
about the
did
other
come back.
training.
I thought he dropped. Go ahead, Roger and Mike.
Yeah, this weekend, or not this weekend, excuse me, the last weekend of January, we do have some outdoor training, both introduction to outdoor leadership skills course on the Scouts PSA side, and then on the Cub Scout leader side, we have a blue course that's coming up. Later on, there's some other trainings on down the line, but those are the ones that are coming up not too long from now. So if you have leaders in your unit that need the outdoor training portion, we'll be looking forward to having them sign up, and hopefully we'll have a great weekend, the last weekend of the month, to spend a little time outside. So
It's a beneficial course for all for Wood Badge, and also there's one of part of the requirements for the Scoutmaster
sure.
training.
Right, exactly. So come on out if you, and even if you haven't done it in quite a while, we may have something new to show you. So
I'm going to send the form for the flyer for the Wood Badge course again, so that everybody has it. Those that weren't on before would have missed it. But it's out there in the comment section, and appreciate y'all considering it and or promoting it so that we get that 30 and 30. That number's been bred into our brains, 30 and 30.
Michael's going to tell us a little bit more about the Wood Badge.
Okay.
Well, I think most of them here are Wood Badgers already. But the ones not Wood Badge, yeah, the course is the dual course. You heard it through the whole session tonight, pretty much. One thing they forgot that there are sponsorships. There are special sponsorships for joining. If you need to get a hold of me, see if you want a sponsorship, let me know, because there's a couple of special ones out there. I know South Texas have one, I believe, and Roger has a special one. And I have one for my troop too. So just get a hold of me or Roger, sponsorship for taking this course or anything like that. So it's the course dates March 10th to 12th and April 15th and the 16th. The 10th and the 12th is going to be up in Corpus at the camp up there. Then the second part will be down here. There's a UR code if you want to register now. There's a UR code sitting right there. You can scan that and you can register. I believe you could just register for $50 just to start it off. Then you gotta take payments. They let you do payments over the time frame to the course. So if you haven't taken it, this is a great course to take. I know half of them are here, half of them staff here before too. So I'd like to see you guys get up there and take this course. I know
Yes.
Lily just took one up in San Antonio and everything. So congratulations, Lily.
Thank you, Mike. It was great.
All right. Okay. This do we still have popcorn at the council office already that we need to get purchased?
We do have some popcorn. I think Lily is going to come pick up the remaining, but if not, we will have that available.
Okay. I will once again ask for recommendations for our district committees. We need to get those rebuilt, and we need suggestions of folks in the community that would make a great that would not be actually part of units, but to be of a past perhaps, or folks that can make the committee side, the district portion of the committee's work. And so we're working on that. They would meet on the first Wednesday of each month. Okay. Sherry was going to be with us tonight. There's a winter ordeal coming up. The registration is open, and it's important that you let your folks know that they need to get registered and pay their dues for the new year. And that's coming up soon. The winter camp, Oscar, are you still around? You want to give a kind of a wrap up on the winter camp?
Good evening, everybody. Winter camp concluded December 30th. We had almost between 80 and 90 people there, about almost 70 scouts, and a little less than I was hoping for, but for those that attended, it was quite successful. First night was 39 degrees, which was our cold night, and my salesmanship class actually sold hot chocolate that next Tuesday morning, which was actually pretty good. But we had a lot of good participation from the Valley Scouts that were there, a lot of good participation from the leaders in helping out. The information for the merit badges and stuff will be going out within the next week or so, emailed directly to each of the Scoutmasters that were there, and something to build on. And that's my 6th one, so always opportunity to keep growing, that's for sure.
Right. Thank you, Oscar. Appreciate that. Let's go back to the agenda here. So Oscar, anything going on with the National Jamboree we need to know about? Everything going okay with that?
We having our first full face-to-face meeting with all the Jamboree Scouts next Saturday at the Activity Center there at Camp Perry. Scouts will be there at noon till about 5 or 6. The leaders will be there in the morning from about 8 to 11:30. It's our first full meeting that we've had. We did have a small group that attended winter camp that we actually met with. So we'll be laying out the agenda, hopefully having the 2 troops together chosen, and then individual patrols chosen, and then starting that process of picking leadership and stuff like that. So we're in that initial stage. We have a lot to do in the next couple of months before we think about Jamboree in July. The good news is we have our hotel, we have our plane fare set, we have our seats booked. So now it's just the logistical part of t-shirts, hats, all the other parts that make Jamboree fun.
The next thing on the agenda is our adult recognition dinner, or the recognition council dinner. It's showing February 25th. We're hoping we are able to get everything prepared beforehand. We're trying to get a moderator or a host. And once we get that confirmed, we'll put the date up and get that registration going. If you're interested in being part of the committee that puts the recognition dinner together, please let me know. We're glad to add you on to the notification list. The next thing up, Tony and I are already on the committee and working to put things together. And and of course it will be at the dining hall in Camp Perry. Patty, commissioners, you want to do a wrap up on that?
Yes, sir. Just remind you, recharter, please, on time so everything goes smoothly. I'm sorry I missed Tony Garza is one of our commissioners at Rio Bravo, so please reach out to us. We'll help you as much. Just be patient. We're just a few of us. And if you're interested in becoming a commissioner, give us a call. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome to the fun, Tony.
Yeah.
Okay. One last opportunity to express any interest. I want to say welcome to 2023. Let's make it a great one. Don't know about y'all, but I was kind of scattered all over the lower southeast part of the United States for the last 2 or 3 weeks, and saw a lot of country. And we've got a great country to be proud of, and want to encourage you to make scouting a big part of it and make all of the youth we are involved with the greatest leaders we can produce. Anybody else have a comment?
I do have a question. When is Scout Sunday?
It's the February the 8th, I believe.
I'll look it up. Thank you.
There's going to be a fishing tournament before long. I shared in the breakout rooms a little bit about it. The fishing committee is just getting together, so we're going to set a date. If anyone's interested, we'll have a Zoom meeting probably next Wednesday. That's to be confirmed. Mike Henry hopefully will be communicating to folks that are interested, but I got to get those kids fishing again. So
Send me out what to say. Camp Marie, I don't know of a date on that yet. I've approached the committee chairman to get back with me with dates, and I'm ready to put things up as soon as I get them.
Summer camp dates for all the troops. Staff week will be June 3rd through the 7th. Again, staff week, June 3rd through the 7th. And then first week of summer camp would be June 20, sorry about that, July 10th through the 14th is the first week.
Staff is the first week of July, and then the second week is the first week of summer camp.
Actually, staff week, sorry about that. Staff week is June 26th through the 30th. That's staff week. And then first week of summer camp is July 3rd through the 7th. And then second week of summer camp is July 10th through the 14th. And that'll give all the scouts that are going to the Jamboree an opportunity to go to summer camp, or if they want to work staff, they'll be able to do that also.
All right. Okay, folks, that just one more touch on the agenda here to see that our next our next meeting is going to be February the 2nd. Be there, bring friends, bring lots of friends, and tell them that they're missing out if they're not at the round table. And there is a recognition for those that attend the round table. The leadership knots are available for that. Okay, Joel, if nobody else has any more comments, we'll go ahead and close up with a prayer, if you will, please.
Okay, let's take our thoughts to the Lord. Heavenly Father, you created this universe and everything that's in this universe, Lord. And we thank you, Lord, that you provided it for us to enjoy and to, of course, take care of, Lord. So let us be very mindful of caring for your environment, Lord, so that we can give back to what you've given us. So be with each and every scout tonight, so that they can go out and enjoy your environment. For it's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Bye.
Joel, don't leave.
Oh, okay. I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm going to turn off the recording.